Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Can you imagine going 2 straight months without winning a game and still trying to hold it together? They've got to find some inspiration somewhere that can lead them to a victory.
Here now to get us started is Logan Cook. And off we go from Nashville. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Miami.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Here's Pollard again. Nice little juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
For a Tennessee Titan.
What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that second level and third, and that's what they were able to exploit.
The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of catches, 78 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
It's caught. Lockett. This now a 3rd and 4.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Ward. Returning right back to Lockett. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Brings up 2nd down at the 26-yard line.
Out of the gun to give to Pollard. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Sly able to put this one through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick of the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that...
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. That will be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So they'll decline the penalty there and go ahead and keep the yards lost on that last play. Off the play fake, Ward. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Chad Muma fighting all the way through and getting the sack. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
It's now 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jaguars offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. Now ETN to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Roger McCreary there to bring him down defensively. Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll go again with ETN. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
The Jaguar 1st down.
Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Open man, it's Hunter. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Open man, this is Brenton Strange, the tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. ETN on the toss right. Evades him at the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Jacksonville.
Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Now the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Ward. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35.
For a Tennessee Titan. 1st and 10.
They'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
4 yards. That's another.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Throwing is Ward. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 15-yard line.
Throwing now, Ward. It's complete to Lockett. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. To throw is Ward. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Joshua Hines-Allen. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers. Travis
Etienne of the Jags offense set to take over again here. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway. But the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow then get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
First down.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
A give to Etienne running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Now Lawrence. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Titans offense and running back Tony Pollard set to go back to work. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Looking for Lockett, and he's got him working his way free across the middle. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Steps away to his left. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2nd down and 8.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Ward. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. To throw, here's Ward. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away.
For the Titans.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you. The rain, maybe not quite as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down pretty good as we prepare for the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Second half starts with a run by Etienne. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Play action now, Ward. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Working to put a drive together. They'll look to Etienne to start things out. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
Brown goes in motion left. Here's Lawrence. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game.
Under pressure, they got him again. Sebastian Joseph Day providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's Ward. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. The big fella. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. 2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter action.
Second down at the 25-yard line.
And now a fake there on the jet sweep as they'll give to Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start on the ground. ETN. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6. Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Now Lawrence. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into it. Not a good play at all.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Lawrence will throw. He completes it to Hunter. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
A gain of 15. First down, Jacksonville.
Back to the ground with ETN. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line.
He was taken down.
Only a yard on the pick, and it'll be 2nd down. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Trevor Lawrence, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again. And it's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Now Ward. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Open man downfield is Ridley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Looking to throw. Ward. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
That's another Titans.
Pollard. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Back to throw. Moore. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tony Pollard, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes it 24-13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Jaguars offense and Travis Etienne set to take over once again. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On first down, right back to Etienne. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Second and a couple. Hunter now will go in motion left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Quick slant to Brown. First target, first catch, and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A handoff running left is Etienne. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
At the 4-yard line.
They run the toss now to Etienne. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Hunter Long from 6 yards away. And the Jaguars are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The quick feet by Jackson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 4 brings up second down.
From the gun, Ward. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Ward. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That's good for a Titans first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw here taken in by Wiley, the tight end. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw forward with Ward. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd down at the 11-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Lawrence's pass.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Jacksonville, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.